guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chloe and today I wanted to do a fall tutorial. I already did most of my makeup already, so it's just gonna be eyeshadow, mascara, lashes, maybe eyeliner, I'm not sure yet, probably knowing me. And then also my lips came out like concealer lips and I didn't mean for that to happen, but I put a glossy finish, so I just didn't want to go through taking it all off. Yeah, I'm just going to do a little tutorial talking, and I like doing step-by-step videos that are informational, but I also like talking in between because I feel like it's awkward, just like step 1, step 2, step 3. So hopefully this is helpful. Everybody is at different levels and areas in their makeup journey, and I have so much I can learn from other people, but maybe this will be helpful to somebody who is at where I was maybe a year ago or 6 months ago. I feel like there comes a point in makeup whenever you just feel like you just keep growing and growing every month rather than like every 6 months, and I feel like I'm there, so I feel confident enough to put out informational kind of helpful stuff. But yeah, anyways, I'm just going to be using my BH Cosmetics palette today. I'm going to be using the C81A. We are coming into fall right now, so I live in California. It's still really hot, but we are coming into fall finally, so I am excited to be doing a tutorial with some fall colors. This palette screams fall to me. I don't know if it's because it has so many oranges and browns, but even the blues, just all of it, it just feels like fall to me. I also feel like it'd be really cute for a Halloween palette. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to just kind of list whatever I am, kind of the color I'm using, just show you. I don't know the actual names of the colors, unfortunately. This is the Ultimate Matte Shadow Palette. They have 2 of these. I got the one like 2 years ago as well, and I really like this formula. It's really creamy. It's really pigmented. I'll show you a couple of swatches. So I don't know why I threw my arm up like that, but okay. So it's really pigmented. It's surprisingly pigmented, and I say surprisingly because I feel like it's very budget friendly, and I was always nervous about budget friendly palettes when I started doing makeup, and I also didn't have any technical skills, so I thought that something was wrong with the palettes, not wrong with my technical skills. So a palette like this would have been very difficult colors to work with for me, whereas now I feel much more comfortable. So I'm gonna grab a little mini mirror so I could start. Okay, so I filmed this video twice already, and the first 2 times my anxiety was really bad and it was showing, and I just didn't want to put a half-assed video out there where I'm like taking deep breaths in between cuts. So I decided to just redo it all together, and I feel much better about it. Like, I feel ready to kind of do a video right now. Anxiety is the worst. So I don't know what color I'm gonna go in with. I'm gonna pick and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I decided to start by going in with dark colors, and I am going to go in with this green and then this brown right here. So basically I was at the 99-cent store the other day, and last year, I don't know why, I bought like $50 in decorations from there. I just went ham decorating last year for this time of year, and I've never done that before, but I did really enjoy decorating last year, so I'm thinking about doing it again, but like for who and for what? So I don't know. I did start my YouTube channel this year, but I don't really have a subscriber base like at all, where like nobody tells me, Chloe, your backdrop is shitty, because nobody cares. So I don't know, I don't feel like I feel like that'd be such a fun excuse to decorate, but I don't really have any reasons to decorate. I could decorate my office. That would be really fun. So I'm just going on my crease and blending outward. So right where my eye creases, just right above it. I'm just going in with green. So I learned to go right slightly above where my eye crease is, because I used to go right where it creases, and then you can't actually see the color when you're looking straight. My eyes are not necessarily hooded at all. I know looking you'd be like, no, they're not. But at the ends of my eyes, they fold inwards. I don't know what that is, but it makes eyeliner difficult. It makes eyeshadow difficult at times. So I don't know if it's like half hooded, but my eyes fold inwards at the end. So yeah, I always put my eyeshadow slightly above the line, and it also makes my eyes appear bigger, which I don't really care, but it looks cool. So yeah, I always do that. I absolutely love this time of year. Like, if there's a favorite time of year for me, it's this time of year. So my birthday is coming up in November. I don't know why I forgot my birthday. It's coming up in November, so I feel like I always have that to kind of look forward to. And it's not that I ever do anything special. Like, I spent my 18th birthday at a park with my friends, just like sitting there. It was stupid. It was not that fun. I've not really been a partier since I was past 16 years old, so I don't really do much that is fun. And now I don't smoke either or anything like that. So, not that that's fun, it's not. It's horrible, but my point is I don't really do anything now that would be considered fun by society standards. So, like, I just sit in my room and do makeup, and then I go to my other room and do my work. So, I could honestly say that I feel like I don't really know what I'm gonna do for my birthday. I don't drink, so for my 21st birthday, I feel like I'm gonna be really lame, but I love the time of year that my birthday's in, so it's kind of goes full circle. Like, I like that my birthday is this time of year, and I like this time of year, and then my birthday is coming, so I can't say I'm excited for my birthday. I don't really think I am. And even if I had like a whole giant, you know those really like aesthetic friend groups that you see online, even if I had like a group of 5 girlfriends, I wouldn't probably even do something because of the pandemic. I personally have not been going out, so I don't feel like I would have people over. Plus, one of my girlfriends, like maybe, how long ago was it? One of my girlfriends, literally maybe like 2 months ago, as soon as like she felt like the virus was over, she was like, the virus isn't even that bad. And I was like, what an LA thing to say, like, the virus isn't even really, it's not real, like, what do you mean? So I don't know, I do get nervous going around people because I know people are not taking it seriously over here. I don't know, it goes with the whole vibe here of like, I don't care, I'm gonna do what I want. But yeah, I can't see myself going out or having a big get together anyway. So I'm just putting the brown into the green right here, as you can see, and then I'm going to be blending lighter shades that are similar right above them, but for now I'm just doing this. Okay, so I have done this now, so now I'm going to go in with lighter shades and blend on top upwards. So I actually would typically just show you the shades. I did in the beginning, but I'm not going to anymore. I feel like it's a waste of time because if you don't have this exact palette, you wouldn't know what shade I'm talking about anyways because they didn't put names on them. So I am just going to say I'm putting on an orange shade or a yellow shade, whatever. I used to feel like when I would watch tutorials, like if I didn't have certain palettes, I couldn't do the makeup correctly. And I realized that now, like, I can mix and match palettes, and a lot of palettes have the same exact color scheme, so there's really no need for that, you know. Okay, I'm going to go in with like a mustard yellow shade. They have like an orange shade and a peach shade and then like a yellow shade in here, but I think I want something kind of in the middle. Also, people say, a lot of makeup artists, like professional ones with credentials, not me, say that if you hold your brush lower, you get less harsh lines, and I've actually noticed that that works really well. So if you're somebody who holds your brush close to the top, supposedly it really is not good for your looks that you're doing. And I also do notice whenever I watch tutorials, a lot of people who do makeup hold their brush lower. So now that I blended it, it made it like a really light blue kind of color. So I'm gonna go back over it with green, but now the lines are blended out underneath. I'm just going to reline it with my green. Also, I had wet my brush before I went in, so it's like really, really dark. Also, they're not even, but we're not professionals here, so it's okay. Lines don't need to be even, you know. So now I'm gonna go in with a really kind of pumpkin orange on top of the brown line. So I did green and yellow, and then I'm gonna do brown and orange, and then we'll continue from there in a second. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same thing and go back in with the brown and reline it really dark. Okay, so now I'm going to take the dark brown that I was using, and I am going to carefully connect it from here to here. And if there's any imperfections like on this side, this line can really be cleaned up. I'm gonna go in with concealer towards the end and clean it up. Okay, so I'm just going to fill this in with the dark brown a little and right here a little, kind of starting to head towards a cat eye kind of slant, but not necessarily a cat eye, if that makes sense. Like, I'm gonna do a cut crease that definitely shapes my eye, but I'm not going to do a cut crease that changes the whole shape of my eye. And as you can see, I didn't make it look clean at all, and you really don't need to because there's going to be a lot of blending still. I also got a lot of fallout under my eyes, so I'm going to try to carefully get rid of that really quick. This weird little trick with fallout works for me. I haven't seen anybody ever do this. Maybe this is like a well-known makeup thing, I don't know, but I just used this really light kind of cream shade on my skin tone. So whatever would be like the closest to your concealer shade, I always take a powder whenever I have too much fallout, and I get my brush like packed with the shade that would be like my concealer shade, and I go underneath where the fallout is and just really lightly brush, and it kind of gets rid of that fallout. Now, I don't know if anybody actually does this other than me, but it works for me, so maybe it'll work for you too. Okay, so I'm going to use my P. Louise base in 0, and I use this for colorful looks. I use 1.5 for like nude looks because it's closer to my skin tone. But I'm going to use this to cut my crease right now, and I will show you up close. Okay, so you see how my whole eye looks like completely different now? That's what I was talking about when I said that whenever I cut my crease, it's not going to really matter how blended that looks over here. So I use a little bit too much usually, and I'm fine with that. Like, some people use only a little bit, some people put a lot and then they set it with powder. Everybody does their cut creases differently. I mean, a lot of people do them the same, but a lot of people have different techniques, and I usually go straight in with the pigment right after this. So I'm not going to cut my other crease first, because if I do that, then I know I'm going to mess up this one. So I'm going to go in with whatever color I'm going to use right now. Probably a fall color. Again, I'm doing a fall look. What am I talking about? But yeah, I'm going to use like a really light shade and probably ombre it darker as I go out. So I am going to go in with my Hit the Lights palette really quick because I want to use the neon and this really pretty kind of pumpkin orange color. I'm going to put this neon yellow right inside of here. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the orange shade. It has shimmer in it, so I think it's going to be really pretty. And I'm going to add that with my finger right next to the yellow. Kind of, I always go diagonal like that. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the other palette and just take another orange shade that's a little bit darker. I'm going to go in and touch this up really quick, and basically whenever I touch up my makeup looks, I always I just kind of reinforce whatever I've already done here and there, whatever I don't like blending stuff out more. Whatever it is that I don't like about the look, I'll just kind of fix a little bit, and then I'm going to repeat the steps on this eye. But until then, I will pick up talking. I've just been kind of in the zone of doing my eye. So as I was saying, I really love this time of year, and I'm excited for Halloween. I'm really excited for Halloween, but obviously like Halloween is fairly called off at this point. But I've seen a lot of people trying to like make sure that their kids can go trick-or-treating. And I'm not a parent, so I don't really know what it's like to be a parent during the pandemic, and I don't really know what it's like to be upset that your kid can't go trick-or-treating. But I guess from the perspective of not being a parent, it's very hard to understand wanting to put your kid trick-or-treating. I've seen lots of articles of moms saying that they're gonna throw their kids out there, like make sure that they have to go trick-or-treating because like God forbid that they miss a Halloween in America. So I'm going to go over this crease with glitter. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for it to dry and then go over with a second coat. I got these from Amazon. They're actually really good. But anyways, as I was saying, I feel like that's crazy. I don't know, is that just me, like, to send your kids out like that right now? I mean, my favorite thing all year long, and I'm not being dramatic, my favorite thing every single year is Halloween Horror Nights. And that's been called off for me and other adults, so I don't know, is that evil of me to want the kids to have to not trick-or-treat because I can't go to my Halloween event? But like, jokes aside, I don't know, safety, there's a lot of reasons. So I definitely do have like kind of strong opinions on that. I also do live in an area where people continue to pretend like the virus is not a thing. So like I said, I had to stop. Like, I couldn't even go around people who had been quarantined for 14 plus days because they would decide that the virus was over, and then I would get nervous to go around them because I'm like, are you washing your hands? You know, the regular stuff that you might think when people are not really taking it seriously. So I am just going to put some like thick foundation / concealer and clean up this side. It's gonna look really good after I'm done. It looks a little whack right now, but it will look good in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to repeat what I did over here onto this eye, and I'm so sad I don't have any neon eyeliners. I love topping off looks like this with neon liners, and I also still have to add highlighter and lashes, but I'm just going to go ahead and repeat this eye over here. I know it's a lot of steps. This is not like a beginner's tutorial at all, but like this could have totally failed. I think makeup's about, you know, having fun. It's not about like making sure it's perfect every time, because more often than not it's not perfect, and it doesn't even always come out good. Like, professional makeup artists have bad days too, so people who are not professional makeup artists are gonna have even more difficulty more often. But for the most part, I think this is very doable if you've been doing colorful looks for a couple of years, which I have at this point. I have come a long way. Like, when I started my makeup, it looked like garbage. I'm not just saying that. Oh my god, I remember the first time I posted a makeup look. I made this makeup Instagram, which I'll put a photo right here so you guys can follow if you want to. I made a makeup Instagram maybe 2 years ago. I didn't post for months because I was so scared. Then I posted my first photo making like a creepy smiling face. It was not a cute picture. And I was like, I wrote this long paragraph to absolutely no followers, like, oh my god, so nervous. It was so cringe. And then basically I end up posting pretty frequently like colorful makeup looks, and they looked so bad. I'm not being mean, I'm not being hard on myself. They looked bad, like they were bad. And I'm just being real with myself and with you, and it was not a good look for me. And my very first colorful eyeshadow look I ever posted, a girl literally commented gross. And I remember my heart sank because I thought it was good. That's the thing. That's the scary thing about makeup progress, is no matter where you're at, it's your very best at that moment. So you don't actually ever know if you're doing well or not. I think it kind of humbles you in this industry. You know, like, you end up being like, oh wow, like this was not a good time makeup wise. This was a good time makeup wise. And then you do start to see your progress at a certain point, but I don't know. That point has come pretty recently, and maybe I'll look back and laugh at this, like, who knows. Okay, so I have now gone in with eyeliner. I have now finished this side, and I just have to complete this look with lashes and highlighter. So I gotta go grab my highlighter. I forgot I left it in another room. Also my lash glue. Weird little fun fact. It's not a fun fact, but weird little thing is that if you guys are getting eye irritation with your lash glue, you might be allergic to the contents. It turns out I was, and I didn't know. And I was getting very irritated, like a very irritated lash line. So I actually bought the duo one that's green, and that one is hypoallergenic. So I didn't know I was allergic to lash glue, but apparently I was, and it really helped with irritation I was getting in my eyes. So if you guys are getting irritation, I would try the green duo lash glue. Also, I went in with some black liner on both sides, only coming up to the middle of my eye. When you're looking straight on, I think eyeliner comes out best whenever you put your liner starting right from the middle. I used to start it from the inside. I made fat eyeliner strokes, and it didn't look good. So this is a crazier look. Like, this is not a toned down look, but I'm going to get my lashes, my glue, and then highlighter, and then I will finish this off. Okay, so pretty much everything just went wrong whenever I went to go get my lashes. I actually just got wood stuck underneath my nail, which is like something out of nightmares. But yeah, I went to go find lashes. I found one lash of like 10 different sets around my house, and then I finally found the lashes I was looking for, and I stabbed a piece of wood under my nail. So my finger is a heartbeat. I'm glad I'm almost done and I'm not just starting, because I would have for sure given up. So I was gonna go in with lashes from my store, but I decided to go in with just like off-brand Amazon lashes because they look way better with this look than the dramatic ones I was going to use. So just using, they're kind of natural for me honestly, but they're still cute. Okay, so I'm going to put the same lash on the other side and then I'm going to start my highlight. I keep feeling like I'm hearing earthquakes after the other day. Yesterday, 2 days ago, there was like, it was a 4.5 earthquake, and I've lived in California my whole life, and I know this is weird, but I've never felt earthquakes here, like ever. So I know that there's been a couple since I was younger, but I don't remember them. So I guess I have felt them. I know that there was one when I was in a bath when I was a kid, but I guess I just never knew it was earthquakes. But the other day I knew it was an earthquake because the walls started shaking, and I was like, this is my absolute worst fear. I'm somebody who hates natural disasters. Like, I hate them. They really scare me. And so experiencing an earthquake just made me really paranoid. So I had a dream last night, or a nightmare, that there was an earthquake, and I woke up like asking my boyfriend, like, is there an earthquake right now? I actually like legitimately thought there was an earthquake, and I think it's because I get really freaked out from things like that. I don't like them at all, and my biggest like reoccurring fear is that a huge tidal wave is gonna take us all out. So like the movie 2020 was just absolutely horrifying to me, and I just hate anything like that. So I just heard like the wall shaking and I was like, is this an earthquake? But according to scientists, we have a bunch of earthquakes every day at different levels. So I guess whenever I do hear like shaking sometimes or rumbling, it could just be a bunch of mini earthquakes, and I just don't know. But actually sitting there, I was sitting there eating nachos with my boyfriend and we just were sitting on the couch watching, we were watching You Again because they're coming out with a new season, and we're sitting on the couch like eating nachos, and we look at each other and we're like, is there an earthquake right now? And then it's like dum dum, like just shaking everywhere, and we were like just sitting there. I don't know why we didn't move. We just sat there and looked at each other like, it's happening. And then all I see on TikTok is like, the big one's coming, the big one's coming. But people have been saying that for like 50 years, like the big one is coming. So is the big one coming though? You know what I mean? Okay, so I know that I'm wearing blush and it's probably more than enough blush, but I'm just gonna go in with my blush one more time. So I am using my MAC Jeremy Scott blush. It is the little CD one. I love it. It's a really, really pretty blush color. As you can see, I used the shit out of this palette. It is like not even a palette anymore, but I really, really love this palette. Although I do find it weird. Okay, so on the advertisements, I don't know, I don't really want to like speak on this, so I feel like it's not my place, but on the advertisements of the box, it had, mostly from what I remember, this was years ago, but from what I remember, I think it was like dark-skinned girls on it, maybe a guy, I'm not sure, but nobody had my complexion on the box. But I can't imagine this working for any, look at the colors, like this would not work for any darker shade than myself, and I have fairly like fair skin, so I just feel like that's really weird advertising on MAC's part. But I don't know, like what do I know, maybe it was, really, really, really light-skinned people. I just don't remember it being like that. And I remember thinking like, it's like baiting people, kind of like it will match your skin tone, but then I don't think it would match anybody's skin tone darker than my skin, honestly. Because look, like it's already pretty pink on my skin tone. Anyways, I found that weird. Whatever. So I'm going to be using my MAC Extra Gleam Double Gleam. I can't really see it anymore. Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish. So it's really, really pretty. I love this highlighter. I feel like for my skin tone, it looks really good, but I also feel like it would look good on a lot of skin tones, which I don't think you could say that with a lot of highlighters, but this one I could see looking really good. It has a gold undertone to it, whereas a lot of highlighters have white undertones to it, so you have to have like white skin for it to look good. But I think that this will look good on most skin tones. Okay, so the best way that I've learned to do forehead highlighter is by doing like a triangle. So I go like that, and then I go thinner and thinner as I go up. I think it shapes faces a lot better than if you just went all over. But I do notice it kind of looks a little weird if you use too much and you do it on both sides like this. But it does add a really pretty kind of glow to skin. I really like it. I only recently started doing it actually. So I would go under my eyes with eyeshadow and bring it in, but I don't have neon liner right now, very sadly, so I'm not going to do that. So this is pretty much the finished look, and this is how my eyes came out. So I know it's definitely not like wearable to go out, really. I don't know, I feel like I get looks whenever I go out like this, or people like compliment me a lot, and I feel very awkward because it's like how it's how I unwind and relax. So whenever people compliment me on it, it's like my my therapy. So it's just, I don't know, it's always awkward to me, but like I can take compliments about just about anything other than like my art or things that I really work hard on. I get really weird about it, so I still take them. Like, people wouldn't know I'm thinking this, but I'm thinking it. So anyways, this is the final look, and I know it's not like maybe the easiest to follow, but like you could just do exactly what I did with 3 colors. So instead of doing like 4 colors up here and then 4 colors in here, you could use 1 dark shade and then 1 light shade blended out, and then 1 light shade to the dark shade. So it would be 3 colors, really simple. I'm not good with simple looks. I'm always doing really colorful, glittery things. I'm not the YouTube channel for natural looks, probably. Every time I do a natural look, I'm like, oh, I need glitter now, and now I need chunky glitter, and now I need like rhinestones. So it's not for me to be doing like really natural, kind of like Tati Westbrook type of looks. That's not my thing. Gorgeous on her probably would be gorgeous on me way more than this. I think this freaks people out, but yeah, this is what makes me happy, and I do enjoy the process of doing this for a couple of hours. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my second ever makeup video, so I'm really excited about that, and I hope you guys liked it. And I do a lot more business videos than I do makeup videos, but I really enjoy the makeup videos more, if I'm being honest, so I would ideally like to do that more. I'm just like, I don't know, I get nervous like I said, but anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.